Hello, family. Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing today on this lovely Sunday afternoon? I know it's not halftime just yet. We have a couple minutes, but I wanted to go ahead and get started because I got a lot to say and I want to hear from you. So far, I will say that going into this game, what I really wanted to see, at least the first half, and certainly the rest of the game too. But I wanted to see the Ravens come in and start to dominate a game. I wanted us to take charge of the Commanders and just, like, put the foot on the gas and not look back whatsoever, and that is not what we are seeing. That is absolutely not what we're getting right now. It started off really slow, very slowly, slow start for us, but it looks like we're trying to find our way back. And this is not what I anticipated. It's not what I hoped for the game so far. But I want to say hello to those who've already joined in the chat. I see you, 86 Ghosts. Yes, yes. Deshaun, 86. I am ready to trade Mark. I think you meant Mark Andrews. We're going to talk about him in just a second. Don Royal, hello there. Trade bum Mark Andrews and Marcus Williams. Oh, now you know that's a mouthful, and we're going to have some conversation about that. Agnes, thank you for joining. Starting off, that first drop that led to an interception, the pass that was intended for Mark Andrews. That's why we're seeing it in the chat. Mark Andrews is not what he used to be. I've seen comments coming through Twitter or X and other social media platforms that just say, use Mark Andrews for blocking purposes only. But I'm on the fence because one thing about Mark is when he makes a mistake, and yes, it is an interception now on record that really I don't think he deserves it. Same thing with Bateman a couple of games ago. A throw that was the pass perfect today to Mark Andrews? No, it wasn't. But was it catchable? And was it something that he should have caught? Yes, it was. But now Lamar has 2 interceptions. What I will say about Mark Andrews is when he makes a mistake, I am looking for or expecting him to make up for it later. And we just saw moments ago Mark Andrews' huge touchdown for us as we start to look to go into halftime. That is important for me. So he made up for it. But what I will say here as we wind down on the second in the second quarter, what I'll say as I'm watching the game, you all know that. What I'll say about the Commanders, it's what I said in the pregame show. This is a team that seems to be firing on all cylinders, both on offense and defense. Now, yes, I know their run stopping ability prior to this game was not the greatest, but they have done an effective job of stopping Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has had a few good runs, but he's been stuffed going up the middle several times. We've had to rely on spreading the ball, but primarily we've been targeting Zay Flowers. And this is a young man who has answered the call. He is really answering the call. We're using him a lot, and he has over 100 yards for this second consecutive game. I think 7, 8 catches by now going into the half. We need him. Nelson Aguilar came up with a really big catch, I think on a second or third crucial down. But what we're seeing on offense, it looks like the offense is doing okay. They're moving along. They've had some hiccups here and there, and the 2 back-to-back false starts from members of the O-line, we've talked about you have to clean up the penalties. We cannot continue to be this team that's always penalized and expect to win. The Commanders are a really good team. Now, if we were to have this conversation about, let's say we played the Commanders 2 years ago or 3 years ago, maybe the outcome would be different. We'd probably be sitting back with, our feet kicked up and relaxing because they were a different team 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. They have Jaden Daniels, and they're doing a great job. So, yes, Agnes said it. Mark Andrews made up for his drop. He did. He came up for us in a big way, big moment, and that touchdown, we needed it. We needed the momentum, and now it's just a matter of I think they're about to kick a field goal. Yes. So our defense was able to stop them from getting into the red zone, and we'll see if the field goal is yes, it is good. So now as we approach halftime, the score is 17-10 Baltimore. What do I want to see? Oh, let me go and talk about the defense first. The defense, Marcus Williams. There was a touchdown made on Marcus Williams, and I just said, What are we doing? We paid a lot of money. Family, we paid him a ton of money. I don't know. Let me know. Weigh in the chat. Would you be willing to trade Marcus Williams? I know Don Royal has already voiced his opinion that he's all for trading Mark Andrews and trading Marcus Williams. Would you be willing to trade Marcus Williams? And if so, if you're willing to trade either one or both, who do we need to bring in? Seeing how we're playing against the Commanders, who are 4-1 right now, seeing how this game is not a statement, we're not making we're not coming out firing on all cylinders. We're chugging along. We're making some progress, but we're not great. And tell me right now in the chat if you're watching or if you're watching on replay, thank you so much. Leave a comment down below. If you want to trade Marcus Williams, if you want to trade Mark Andrews, who do you want to see us bring in? 86 Ghost said trade Marlowe, Williams, and Andrews. Ooh, tell me why. Why are we adding Marlowe? Because right now, who is our best cornerback? Who is our best cornerback right now as the roster stands? If we trade Marlowe, who are we bringing in? I mean, Nate Wiggins, he's a rookie. I don't want to put too much on him. Brandon Stevens, as we've seen, his, I wrote down in my notes, there were a couple of really big pass breakups that stopped them from converting on a third down. But his awareness of, like, tracking the ball, he's just a second late, like, his head is not being turned around soon enough to make a really big play. There could be an interception if he were just to maybe just turn his head around in time. So when you say, B squared to trade Marlowe, my hesitation with that is who are we bringing in to substitute? Because as of right now, Brandon Stevens cannot be our number 1 corner. He can't be our primary, certainly not Nate Wiggins as a rookie. He's doing good, and then he went out, and I think there was, question of whether he was going to return, and then I think maybe the next defensive drive, he did come back in the game, so that was good to see. He walked off on his own accord, and then he was able to return, so that was really good. Yvonne, thank you for joining. This is about what I expected. I didn't expect this, Davon. Honestly, I thought we were going to look a little sharper, a little more crisp. That's what I thought. Maybe not complimentary style play right now. I'm hoping that we're going to get there. We need to get there where both sides of the ball and special teams, all of them are functioning at a very maximum high level. I wasn't expecting that, but I certainly wasn't expecting us to be trying to cobble our way to get 17 points at the half. You couldn't have convinced me by now because we certainly should have had at least 21, 24 points by now. Um, I don't want to mispronounce your name, Makalani. I probably said it wrong, but thank you for being here. Let me know if I'm close to getting your name right, Makalani. Stevens, Wiggins, Humphreys, all about the same. Yeah, they're about the same, but that's all we have. I'd have to take a look at our depth chart to see who else is there, but no names are coming to mind in terms of who we can bring in right now if we were to say, all of you, all of our corners are just kinda meh. I don't think we have any other options. And this another point about the Washington Commanders, their defense is getting after Lamar Jackson. He's already been sacked. There's some QB hits. They're getting after him. Now, I will say Lamar is holding on to the ball a little bit longer than I would like. At one point, he dropped back, and I heard the commentator say, Lamar Jackson dropped back way too far from the line of scrimmage. That's the reason for this one. So, yes, we need to clean up some things, certainly. 86 Gross, B squared says, "That's like cheating and apologizing later, Agnes." I'm not gonna say that. I mean, I take your point, though. I know, but I'm gonna give him a little bit of room here because we needed that We needed that, touchdown. Ed, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We have to stop throwing slot fades and go balls to Aguilar. It never works. It doesn't. You're right. You're right. Why do we keep doing the things that don't work? Why? Why aren't we I left my mug, I don't have it. You know my mug that says, "I got questions," or "I have questions." If we don't win this game, I'm gonna have an episode and another installment of I Got Questions. Tonight at 7 PM, let me tell you, I need all of you, if you can, to come by the street tonight, show your support. I have a special guest, YouTuber extraordinaire out here for the Washington Commanders. His name is Rio Robinson, has graciously agreed to join the stream tonight at 7 PM Eastern Standard Time to recap the game. Ladies, gentlemen, we have to win. You guys don't want me up here in these live stream streets getting roasted. I've talked so much smack, and I normally don't do that, but I just felt like this was gonna be a game that we were going to be able to kind of run away with. Maybe not in the sense of like, you know, 50 to 10. No, I wasn't going to say that, but I thought for sure we could at some point start to pull away from the Commanders and have a little bit more of a command on this game. I see all of you in the chat. If I don't get to your comments, just know that I see you. Frenchie Institute, Santiago Pond. I don't know if you are subscribed to Rio Robinson's channel, but he will be on the show tonight. So please, I know you said you were going to come by, but if you can, I would love to have you in the chat tonight. Oh, good. Oh, okay. I said your name perfect. Okay, good. I don't like messing up people's names. That's a bother to me because people call me Yolanda and I start to spaz. I lose it. Like, no, no, no. It's Yolanda. So take a couple of more comments. Where is Owe? Davon, I need to pin that comment, and I need to call Odafe Owe. I don't have his number. I'm just talking. Okay, just go with me. I need to call Odafe Owe, but not only do I have to call Odafe, where's Ojabo? Where is Kyle Van Noy? We're not getting any pressure on from our edge rushers on Jaden Daniels. How many sacks do we have right now? Leave it in the chat. Leave it in the chat. How many sacks do we have right now on Jaden Daniels? How many QB hits do we have on Jaden Daniels? So that is an excellent question. Where is Owe? Yes, the reason for that sack, Garden slip. Yeah, Rosengarten slip. I know, I know, but it's still a sack nonetheless. They get to record it as a sack, even though it was a slip. You're right. Frank G says neither of those teams are going to blow each other out. That's what it's starting to look like. I had it as a pretty close game. I thought maybe I don't remember what I gave my score prediction, but I thought maybe we'd win by 10 points, a touchdown and a field goal, maybe. We'll see how this game continues to advance. Santiago Bond says Commanders are winning today. No, Santiago, they're not going to win. We are going to find a way to put it all together in Ravens fashion coming into the second half. I'm believing that. I saw him getting held plain as day on one play. Yeah, there've been missed calls, I think. There have been some missed calls, but one thing is I said this after, like, the Chiefs game. I'm not going to expect this season that the refs are going to make fair calls all the time, and it's a shame, it's sad, but it is what it is. Fred Knuckles, thank you so much for being here. Tonight, if you will come by, join the stream. I'm sure you saw me earlier. I saw you. I didn't get a chance to say something to you. I wanted to, but I'm glad you're here. If you can come by, Rio Robinson will be joining us tonight so that you and your, fellow commanders can hear me go off and rant and rave about my team because we are coming out with a W. So please make sure that you do come by, Fred Knuckles. And as I said earlier in the stream, flock around and find out. Frank G said Ravens don't blow teams all the time. They don't. They don't. Jared Green, salute to you. Yes, Santiago, you did get your pick, but you told me it was going to be St. Just. And I said, no, it's not. It's not going to get a pick. You said it was going to be a pick six. It was not a pick six, and I have receipts. The live chat said a pick six. So you did get a pick. You're right. So I'll give you that. Not a pick six. And that's something that we need to see on our end. Flock, we need to see our defense get a pick six. Wouldn't that be lovely? Let's go into the 3rd quarter, second half of the game, and really turn the tide. We have an opportunity. Kill a Cam, Brave Kingdom, shout out to both of you. Thank you for joining. Santiago Bond, we need this game. Milan, no, we need it more. We need we do, because we lost 2 games early on. We need this game more, and so it's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, the team that's going to execute better, that's who's going to come out with the W, and for some reason, I believe, going to be the Baltimore Ravens. And Kelly Cam says Engraven streaming. Oh, okay. Yeah, Engraven is streaming the game. So if you want to go and check that out, make sure you do that. Support Engraven. He is the GOAT of Baltimore Ravens YouTube content creation. So um, none of our DBs are ball hawks like that. I thought Marcus Williams was one. If I were to have picked a ball hawk, I would have thought in our secondary, it would have been Marcus Williams because that's what he was. That's what was said about him when I was talking to Saints fans. "Hey, what are we getting in Marcus Williams? What kind of what kind of player is he?" And this is your ball hawk safety, see ball, get ball. He's going after it. He's aggressive. So, yeah, none of our DBs are like that. But we'll see. We will see. Cred Knuckles said, "You definitely need it more." No, you don't. Here's why you don't need it more. Brave Kingdom. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. Thank you so much for the super chat. But here's why you don't need it more, Cred Knuckles, because this is the Baltimore Ravens season to win the Super Bowl. I say that, and I really want to believe it, and I'm going to continue to tell myself that until I see otherwise. We have, but one thing about me, Cred Knuckles, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat and tell you that our team is perfect, that we're unstoppable, because 'cause we're not, and tell you that we're, like, we're Super Bowl bound on the way in the path that we're going right now. No, we have a lot of mistakes that need to be addressed. We have a lot of, blunders that need to be sorted out. We also need, I think, a key player or 2 before the trade deadline, and if we can do that, all of those things that I just mentioned, I think we'll be fine. If we can trade and bring in a someone to assist us in our secondary and bring in a Devontae Adams or someone similar, whoever is out there, yeah, whoever we can get, we bring in someone like that. I think we'll be I think we will. All right, I'm gonna take a few more comments. And then I'm going to get out of your hair. I see you, Rave Kingdom. Thank you for the super chat. You see Ben Cleveland out there? Any word on Coach? I haven't heard any word on Coach. I did see him on X yesterday, and I think he was out of town or spending time with his family. But yes, I did. Ben Cleveland is out there. We just need consistency on this O line so we can see who we have, who best represents the members of the offensive line. And a couple more. Joey, thank you. Yolanda, all day. You know it. Ravens all day, every day. Don Royal, where are the turnovers for the defense? Where are they? This is what we need to see in the second half. Really quickly before the end of halftime, let me know what you want to see from our team, whether it's offense or defense, the second half to ensure that we come out with the win. Because as I said, tonight I have Rio Robinson, YouTube extraordinaire for the Commanders, joining the show to recap the game. And we want to be on the other side of the victory. We want to be on that side of it. We want to be able to come in here and just tell the Commanders why we won the game because we had an amazing second half. So yes, what would you like to see? For me, Frank G, you took the words right out of my mouth. I want to see us be able to capitalize, convert in the red zone, touchdowns, not field goals, touchdowns, and we need to see turnovers on defense. That's it. If the run game isn't working, I need to see Isaiah Likely get involved a little bit more. I need to see Justice Hill get involved a little bit more. Well, that is all I have, and I see Frank G. Life said the same thing. It is time for the game to start. I will see you all back tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will recap this victory. I'm speaking it now into existence. See you later, fam. Take care and enjoy the rest of the game. Bye for now.